กูกูกู Okay, I'm back, everyone! Woohoo! I just went to grab some water, and it was later than I expected. I'm sorry, but yeah. Hello, everybody! Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles with me, Kirariyoko, at your service as always. Yahoo! Woohoo! How was sleep? Okay, let me sit straight. Okay, I really hope everything is going well today, because I have not woken up. Okay, we're gonna start right away because I don't wanna lose any more time for this. We are on episode 4. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Wow. February 9:47 a.m. British Supreme Court Lord Chief Justice's offices. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of mattress to the other. Oh yes, it really was a sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance was so inviting, so I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. Ah, I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Ugh, London is a scary place. Ah, good morning to you at this early hour. Oh, yes, well... Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Susato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening, thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fleshed lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome a young talent from such a remote eastern land. Thank you very much. So, I am a lawyer now. Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that that won't be a problem. Another case? Already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure. I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? Wait, I turned on my microphone, right? It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was clear. What more were you hoping for? The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury would not be required to proffer judgment. Well, Lord Van Seeds, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fellow, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. He's like a very hateable man. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo, it's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? Because he died. Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial. No! What? Mr. McGilded is dead? The birds are paid actors. I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Enough time enough to talk. McGilded's death. I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the old Bailey. As you will presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. No. How could such a thing have happened? That is being investigated as we speak, but already. The police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of Mr. McGilded. That's awful. The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. And how could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back to the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage. But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concerns of yours. Leave it to the police. Oh my god. Poor Mr. McGilded. British court. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was wow. Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow, Susato-san has such a way with words. And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. The most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? That was simple? As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrary to a strong heart, but the case was anything but simple. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny? No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent, wouldn't you agree? Well, I don't know about that. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? What was he going to say before? New case. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Don't tell me it's a murder, and the trial starts in 10 minutes. Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? That is to say, no one has died, as yet. And the trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research your case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. So the trial's tomorrow then. Is everything alright? Oh, yes, I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Miss Matilda's trial. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, I have my book here and it's so dirty. Oh no. Okay, I'm totally gonna put this elsewhere. Put this book elsewhere before it becomes even dirtier. Okay. Ah yes, I nearly forgot. There's one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh, if the situation remains unchanged, your trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome. The most terrible end awaits a defendant. Yes, that's right. Ah, here we go again. Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I would like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Yesterday, you remarked upon something. that you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I'd be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, well, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world works so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself, and there's another thing. Oh! Another thing? Continue. On the way here on the steamship, he says something to me. There's something very important I have to do. Some very important? And what exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to. You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion. Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Asogi never mentioned anything of the sort to me. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you with the details. How long has he been there? So, I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell. There's something very important that I have to do? Kazuma-sama, what did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right! I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. That looks good. Could we trouble you? What do you think? Lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some flibbery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eating out your hand, you know. But Susato-san told me it was foolproof. I'm a busy man, a very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying, huh? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the big wigs these days. And all because of some bumpkin who's here to John from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. You still need to rip us apart as well. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. Eh? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Sue. Eh? It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable! How did she pull that off? So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard. Gregson? Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Sato, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him very well, in fact. Very well? Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Rand's Magazine? That's right! Inspector Gregson and Mr. Holmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. Really? You rival the great Mr. Holmes? That's incredible. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Holmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come with the goods from time to time. Mr. Holmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is a pig of a bad lot of all Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words. That's his highest praise? Well, Mrs. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see. That he is not, and thanks to that magazines, my name is known all over London town now. That's great, isn't it? I have to admit that to start with, I was a little well flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof. Well, that's wonderful. No, it is not. There's nothing more sinister than a man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumors? Are you quite sure? He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head, stuff like that. Gosh, do you really think people were saying such mean-spirited things about you? Like I said, they're whispered, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying. But I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying, as sure as eggs is eggs. I get the feeling this detective could be very hard. Oh dear, perhaps our sudden rise to fame does change people. The case. So, about the case Lord Chief Justice mentioned before. Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simple. Oh dear, that probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you were right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious. That's despicable! What sort of coward would attack a poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have finished whoever it was officers who sought to take down with you. That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Brace yourself, Ryunosuke, you have angered her now. Anyway, after some of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So, there must have been someone left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit. Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question. Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one. Sorry? There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now. Why ever not? Simple. The prosecutor has been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Baroque Van Seeks. No! Sounds like you have heard of him then. Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lord Van Seeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself, the reaper of the Bailey. Lord Baroque Van Seeks, who we faced in court only yesterday. Mr. McGilda told us about him before the trial today. When Van Seek stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his artificial lambs. Artificial. Sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname, I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty, is that it? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Seeks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty. And what of it? Oh, well, I think... that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant. No, you really don't have a clue, do you? What do you mean? What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Magnus McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you? What are you saying? Look, if Van Seeks could get a dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles, he works magic. Black magic. What the fuck? I'd have a good long think about that if I were you. Are we really supposed to believe that? You're in London, but you still believe in black magic? I suppose at that period of time, yeah. Right, well, I filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations here. It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place. That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself. You've branded him a criminal already? He's as good as. Shaking like leaf in his cell he is. I'll give you a shuckle if nothing else. He is inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he will show you the way. Inmate 53. Thank you. So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruto? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage, too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell, and I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself, and I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try, so I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help? Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I'm your judicial assistant. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes! Let's go! I love Susato. She's adorable. So, should I examine anything? I don't think so. There's nothing to be examined. I would love to talk to the so-called criminal. 19 February, local prison, cell 9. So these are British prison cells. Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon. Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse. Apparently, our client is in this cell here. But it's so dark at the back there, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Stop hiding in the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I a cat as yet with no name? Calling me by a number is utterly, unbelievably, unjustably unreasonable. I refuse to answer. Mr. Naruto, what do you think is going on here? I have no idea, but I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese. What? Oh, it's him. Oh no. Excuse me, but who? Shh! Quiet! They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I can sense it. Right, so I could ask you who exactly... There you are! You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost. A ghost? We mean you no harm, prisoner silent. Are you Japanese by any chance? This is beyond my wildest dreams! For Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine. We're just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land. So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment! Okay. Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Stormheart assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese? What compassion my fellow countrymen showed to dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student. Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon! A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been some of a misunderstanding here. I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example? Yes, I can, I will. Chant, say, sullen and silent! I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I'm Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikoto. I am a visiting student sent here by our government. Notably, notoriously named Natsume! Soseki Natsume. Oh, Natsume Soseki. He's a writer, right? Soseki Natsume. Son? What an unusual name. Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. Yeah, he's a writer. He's a poet. A writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume? A nom de plume? You mean an alias? That's right, Naruhodo-san. No! Don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that. And haiku? That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you're a visiting student sent over here by the government? Yes, that's right. A year ago I was told to go and study English. First I had to suffer that misery, and now this is beyond the pale! Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh, but just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it? No! What do you mean? If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study an English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I see. Only the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on whitewashing. You must be a man of great standing. Oh yes, so I'm often told, and often like to be told, it seems. The accusation against you. Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san? I didn't do it. I didn't commit that atrocious murder. Murder? Oh, no. It's all alright. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife! Right before my eyes! Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated. Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's a curse, the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient. So, Soseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker. It's vital that we find out more about the case. It was an accursed evening, just after the snow was started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. Sure, the bookshop wasn't accursed too. As As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was. And just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold hard slabs of stone at my feet. How terrible! I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps. I was terrified. I had to get away from it. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good. They would say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? And a young woman at that. I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. I see, a young woman, unknown to Soseki-san. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you? Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Oh, great. So the victim was unknown to you and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates some of a conundrum, doesn't it? What conundrum? What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum? Well, if what Soseki-san has told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen. I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit? Ah, you! What did you just say? Nothing! I didn't say anything! Oops, perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to be arrested? Sorry? He didn't touch a victim and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh yes, she's right. It was him. That accursed great detective. He led the police to me! Of all the bad luck! Accursed great detective? Could it be? I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed busybody rogue. May you be cursed until the end of your days, hairlock Chomes! I knew it! Mr. Chomes? Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after that nightmare unfolded on the pavement before me. I was now in a silver of hot cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is police, put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin silver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting, dietary discrimination devils! You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Hairlock Jones! It's actually just Herlock Jones. He's English. I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. Yes, the great detective is really very well known. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman, me, the weak, stooped kitten of a man. I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time. Do you mean to say that Mr. Shome's deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable. Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were. That's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish foreign flimflammery. Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, and I'm fine. The next thing I knew, I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh dear, I'm afraid. That's hardly surprising. I'm fine? He's not fine now. Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire! Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, your simple Mr. is more than enough. Oh, yes, alright. Yes, they've really got me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You do it, won't you? Well, Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself on a study tour. A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey, only the one though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. Oh, Naruhodo-san, I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. But that armband! That's a mark of a defense lawyer from a great empire! It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh, who do you mean? The lawyers, or the British defense lawyers. They won't defend me. Goodness! Why do you say that? For the same reason as you noted before when it happened. There was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, someone not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before in my earshot without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said, and of course, the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong! I've studied more English than half the policemen out there on the streets. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. Soseki-san, it's just that... Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can, for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Oh, yes, thank you. I'll be here all alone waiting for you, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Okay. We don't have anything to converse, right? Okay. Briar Road. 19 February. Briar Road. So this is where it happened. Briar Road. Ah! Look, Mr. Naruhodo! Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one of my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet! What? The helmet? Hee hee, of course. I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your Hattie dream come true. What's a Japanese delegation doing here? Oh, Inspector Gregson! This isn't on a tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware. Yes, of course. We're here to investigate. So you've been to the holding sales set. What do you make of the criminal? He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion. Ah, stone cold air of rejection. Take heart! London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow. Scotland Yard. We'll do a lot of talking today. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place. The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am. Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make him look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city. Oh yes! Doesn't he look wonderful? Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you. Oh, really? First thing in the morning, you know what he does. Goes around and rouses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work. What? He wakes people up? Yup. Raps on their windows with long pole. I did it myself going back a bit. I had no idea. The Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's a regulation distance. I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Let me see. 20 miles, that's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps. Oh my. And I suppose in between all those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law. I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, more alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, and I had always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish a dream of you. The dream to you, Mr. Naruto. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. About the case. It happened at around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of paper. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind. Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in hospital. I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all. I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on you. You can take it if you want. Really? Are you sure? It's your policy to keep lawyers defending suspects, the odd bit of information to go on. I haven't actually accepted a job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. Oh, we have a local map. Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So, who did it, do you think? Not much of a head-scratcher, is it? Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present. I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have two very reliable witnesses, no less. Ah! It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. There were witnesses now? Witnesses. Who are these witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens of all London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard. Ah! A policeman? That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked. Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a bobby, catching them bang in the act and all that. Do you think it might be possible for us to ask the policeman a few questions? Be my guest. You can ask him what you like in court tomorrow. Oh, I have no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness, so that'll give you something to look forward to. That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector. What? The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Sherlock Holmes. What are you bringing him up for? Was he some nice set? The color is drained from his cheeks. Mr. Holmes! Who did you hear that name from? Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Holmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was a result of one of Mr. Holmes' inspirational great deductions. Fiddle battle! Ah! The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. Oh, I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime. Wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, claims to have solved the case. Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? He's a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Gibble gabble! Ah! Ever seen this before? Oh, yes, that's Rant magazine. The wonderful publication in which adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears. Well, yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in his stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all this. If you ask anyone that the Yard is a misadventure to be included in Sherlock Holmes' tale at all. Well, I suppose there is an element of that. We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals. That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. Finally, tomorrow's trial. That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not? Well, makes no difference to me, but I'll just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole. Because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean. There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though. Sorry? The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. Yes, we did hear something to that effect. And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals, the violent ones. Master criminals? The violent ones? That's right. He handpicks his victims, only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows with their sins. But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely. That's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So, this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into. For want of a better phrase. Well, if it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it? No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taking an interest. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector? You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial. Are we really going to have to face a Reaper again, the Lord of Darkness, as you put it? Apparently. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, exactly. Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume didn't blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again. The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address. It's Baker Street! How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world. Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find our way there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Hurrah! Summon a carriage! So we're to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Okay. But this patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred. Yes, it's a very wide open space, isn't it? That's true, I can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding. Oi, what are you foreigners doing here? Ah! Oh, we are just investigating the scene, officer. Conspiring with that mustache fella from Japan, are ya? Conspiring? Come here to destroy evidence, have you? Get out of here before I give you a 9. Go on. He shooed us away like rats. Yes, we should give him a wide berth, I think. What a disappointing experience. Okay. Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carrier. They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and to cart away criminals. You're very well informed, aren't you? It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London. Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then. But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it, wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone. No, it wasn't serious. Hee, what a delightful snowman. I didn't realize that English has a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf, look! You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss this. But the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern. Oh no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you are so prone to. It does you no favors at all. Ugh. Anything else? Oh, look at the windows of that building here. Are you sure there are windows? Yes, but they're all filled in with bricks. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment. There's smoke coming from the chimney, so. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place. You've been here for 2 days. Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel's so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. It seems bicycle has become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them, exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you ever tried walking on stills and fallen into a river, I know you agree with me. We will have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history. Well, time surely seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks in decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here. We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible. Yes, you're right, cheap, but ideally with reasonably level floors. Well, you'd only have a choice because you are very poor. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks. It seems carriage often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all of the snow. I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead. Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Naruhodo, and dressed all in black. I worry coachmen might not see you and you could be flattened by horses. Well, thank you for that rather small concern. I think we've done everything. Yeah, everything is ticked. Okay, we're moving. Ooh!
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day. Thanks again.
เดี๋ยว
Thanks again.
เดี๋ยว
Thanks again.
เดี๋ยว
Thanks again.
เดี๋ยว Thanks again.
เดี๋ยว Thanks again.
เดี๋ยว This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
February 12:53 p.m. Sholmes Street. Let me drink some water. So, this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Miss Susato? Susato-san? Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose it must have been, yes. I've never read the story, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fogged down and unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I suppose I can, yes. So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me. Ah, she's obsessed. Well, it looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anybody home? Oh, do we have a visitor? Hello! Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes? Hello. Wait, aren't you? Oh, how rude of me! I'll go and make some tea at once. I'm sure it's the same girl. Miss Susato, did you see the girl who was just there? Oh yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case. The King of Bavaria? King Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein, of course. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there. The tea is brewed and have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah, it's you! I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too. Ah, there you are. And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Good morning! Oh, good day to you. Well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. Good morning! Welcome! It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilded's trial in the defendant's antechamber. I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Who are you, having to get straight to work when you have only just arrived in London? Oh yes, it was challenging. Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know. Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color? Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray, it's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after a long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you? Hurley? Mr. Sholmes, you surely? Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand today. Again, even though he's just returned from overseas. Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly in that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, you think? And perhaps more to the point, Why is she here in Mr. Shome's suite? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley. Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait, this can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. And what are your names? Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan. Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely, Susie and Bruno. Got it? Susie and Bruno? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey. Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry. We couldn't have been more welcoming. Though, at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Like this? Ah! Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Ginny? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to pin my invention like that. Are you referring to that trial disrupting gun-like contraption? Exactly, so I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my invention. This girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician. Sorry, your technician? Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We lived here together. I had no idea the great detective has such an interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you have found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. You are roommates? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 and last this year. Well, what are your mother and father? Oh no, they're not around. Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is. Wilson! Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Of course, go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Oh, you have a copy of Rand's magazine! Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and it tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness! Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before he came. So you are the author? Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call the latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So, do you mean to say, are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rand's magazine? All written by me, yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Susato-san's getting more and more worked up. Yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about doctor of medicine, bud? That's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine. No, at 10 years old? At 10 years old? Well, that's quite incredible. But, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow. I suppose it does, yes. Poor Susato-san, she looks like her whole world has just fallen apart. Your deduction just now. About before... Yes, what's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How'd you know that I was a lawyer and would just arrive in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How'd you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'll be delighted, although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Rudy. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also said that we had only just arrived in London. How'd you know that? I observed a passport and a travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh! So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against a particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you, earlier today? Ah! They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. An arrest stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded a trial of Magnus McGilvin, the two of you had already had the cause to visit a foreign inmate at the local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. But how could you have known that this trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley Shaw did another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he'd caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been... Mr. Natsume. Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. There's a note on the mental piece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his nose with a knife. His notes with a knife, you know. He is silly. And that's all there is to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. She has a better deductions than a certain someone that we know. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed to discern something of Mr. Shom's delivery. Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please. The case of the Japanese man. So, yesterday, Mr. Shom's apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying? Yes. Hurley just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. A short, stiff, shifty-looking, stooped man. Mr. Natsume beyond any doubt. Soseki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all, but it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley used his great deductive power to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police. And what did he find? A short, shifty-looking stooped man shivering in fear. Ah, Mr. Shom's great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course he did! He's a great detective! Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Oh? Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. I suppose it's a harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Shomes is at the moment? As you guess, I'd like to ask him some question about this case as well. Oh, well. I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene. Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, Mr. Nuts. Oh, May? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where these lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Oh, goody, in that case. Give Grexy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he will tell you what you want to know. What is this? A 5 shilling piece and a postcard, it seems? Iris's postcard has been entered into a court record. What? It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem? Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Good luck, then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band, and I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon. We'll be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert my influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all, we headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in it. To be continued. We haven't done anything. We haven't done anything. Let's go. 19 February, 2:38 p.m. Briar Road. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect! So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he would take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. So I have to present here. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? From me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Give it here at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me. Ah, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see, you mean. That's right, for the adventures of Herlock shows. The ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me, every time. Yes, of course, I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, for using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust it won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Wow. Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Nasume's lodgings. The little knife-wielding mustached Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there. Look. On the first floor of that house in the corner where that wreck of a bicycle is propped up. That is nearby indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garrison. Right, well, if you see her again, you make sure to give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it, you tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now then. And long live her ladyship. He's a big fan. Well, at least he told us what he wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Nasume's lodging? Definitely. Can we examine yet? No, I don't think so. Okay, sure, fine. Oh, 19 February, Mr. Nasume's lodgings. May I help you? Yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrison? Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling? My name is Runosuke Naruhodo. I am... Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mrs. Soseki Nasume. I believe he takes lodgings here. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrett. Did you see that, Miss Susato? That was a real-life English maid. I know, as I understand it, anyone of outstanding English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we have really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I would go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrett will see you now. This way. That's a full-sized cannon! What's it doing in here? Oh my, it's real! I thought it might be a replica. That old thing? Bah, that's a little more than a toy. Sorry? The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never knew when the army might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house. Really, it isn't overkill. Be prepared, always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy. Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garrett? Always is. Take Joanne here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well in the cannon there, Joanne tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel. It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in chain. I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garrett. Do you enjoy reading? Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book. Oh, there's a copy of Ram's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garrett enjoys the adventures of Sherlock Holmes too. The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though. That old thing? Pah, not much better than rags, really. Oh? Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. But I'm not the one for dwelling on the past, me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it? Oh, I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. Oh well, people, sometimes you cannot leave the past in the past. That looks like a medal of honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner. Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I'd say, although it bothers me that it's not straight. What, that old thing? Sorry? I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn in his grave if I dispose of it. The wall's best place for it. Keeps a bally thing out of my way. So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose? That appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look, let me see. It says, for distinguished participation. Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for. Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles. That portrait of Mr. Garrett is glaring at me, I swear. Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garrett as well? Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well. Ah, yes, seemed to have come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket. Seemed to come back? What do you mean? The chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. Went in to sell him some and came out with that thing. In point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need. The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to the requirements. Susato-san doesn't pull her punches, or her throws for that matter. Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from you. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look, just a little peek. Ahem! Maybe let's not, Miss Usato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. Ahem! Ooh. Oh, what the heck? Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockery is... Oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps a cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that, but let's not delve too deeply in there. Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand. Lined up? It looks more like someone has half demolished them to me. Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It is quite the English way. It is Mr. Garadev's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea. That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. Well, naturally, and it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garadev doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joanne, you shall have to tidy up. Now, how magnanimous of you. Okay. Do we have everything? Oh, no, the window. The window looks out over a briar road, where the young woman was attacked. Oh yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder? I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir. Sorry? As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you. It seems very unlikely if these two would have seen anything of the incident then. Are those mortar shells? They're enormous. I hadn't noticed. What are they doing there? Ah, those old things? Couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during training, you know? Became a habit of colorful regiment folklore, that incident. You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells? Well, I wouldn't say deliberately exactly. They're only scrap iron after all, usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you? Useful for what exactly? Yes, well... Joanne here did manage to knock one of the bally things on my foot the other day while she was dusting. Oh no! Hadn't shed a tear since 1869 before then, you know. Maybe reconsider throwing them away. Good day to you, John Garadev at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Runosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to a knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand. Don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service, handed over the reins to Ups and Cummings. So he's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruto. Ah, do you think so? Well, Mr. Garrett, no doubt you are very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal was just a footrole, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joanne? Let these good people see it properly. Joanne, fetch it. Ah! Dash it all, woman, be careful! Oh, dearie me! I do beg your pardon, sir. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it, living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right? Yes, we'd be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only two, please. Naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. We've forged an alliance with Empire Japan recently, and as I'm sure you're aware, so this case is very much in public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes! Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name, not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... Eh? Oh, no, Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Soseki-san's room. It's a Bali nuisance. Is what it is. The whole neighborhood switching its current sound. I don't like all this fuss, it's jolly unsettling. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garrett, please do tell us. Ah, yes, the Japanese chap. I only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. I have two lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room become available. Dash it all, Joanne! Do be careful! Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man said has shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joanne, that man is trouble. Sooner or later he's going to do some untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Yes, oh yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. The shady lodger. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Nasuri? Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room, absolutely stuffed full of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes a time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor gone. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9-ish night. But I've never known that a Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah. Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Nasume's routine? Oh! Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing. I'd understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's right, yes, they're both below us on the first floor and street level. Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times they come back in the evening, for example, then the times they go to bed. Good grief, Joanne, be more careful, woman. Oh my goodness, sir, I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. The incident 2 days ago. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window at around that time? Huh? The window? Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious littering nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garrett household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joe? No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well... Yes, was there anything then? Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but then around a sort of time in there... Ah! For the love of God, Joanne, what you're doing? Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. Do be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Oh, yes. I have an exceedingly good memory as far as I remember. Nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Mr. Garrett? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really, nothing of... Ah! Joanne, dash it all! What is the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joanne? That's right, Mr. Garrett. What is the matter with these two? It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what? I wish I knew. Mr. Nasume's room. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Nasume's room is on? Why, certainly just below us on the first floor. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak? Yes, told me that's his name had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Nasume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' service? That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around in Mr. Nasume's room, I mean? Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Okay. I think we have... Okay, I think we've done everything. 19th February, Mr. Nasume's room. What? Just look at this place and smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes, once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So, this is where Mr. Nasume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garrett told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Kitty cat! That's so cute. What? Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Nasume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. That deck seemed to be wedged into our crevasse between the mounds of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Nasume would sit there and read while stroking his cat, but surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes. Surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Yours book. Oh yes, Mr. Nasume's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in a terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Okay, that's very crucial. Oh my god. Oh look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulgy, isn't it? Surely Mr. Nasume didn't bring that Maneki-neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you were in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a luggage charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Nasume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beg on good luck to him. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Why am my eyes such a giveaway? Look at all those books that's stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty. With this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, what a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe, for me at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again. So reading it is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down that part of the path of tea ceremony philosophy. What's that? Could you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although, all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. So, really, it's just a wall then, isn't it? But why would anyone deliberately break it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. Ah! Perhaps Mr. Nasume painted the brick design in on the fit of whimsy? That's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive. It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. There he is. Oh. Ah! Look, Mr. Naruto! Aha! There he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes! Ah, you too! Good day! Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes! We were together on the SS Buria. Yes, of course, at Buria. Let me see what happened on that voyage. It was Kazuma Azogi. He died tragically, but you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Azogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh! Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr. No, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susato. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. Ah ha ha ha! I lose the first round. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London, but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes, so they apprehended Soseki-san that short of that amount of time. I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. A little? It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can extend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom. You know, from the adventure title, A Study in Skull. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Oh no, I don't want to examine. Mr. Natsume's arrest. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume. Yes, I believe it was named rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how? I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. A man seen fleeing? There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which it had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is a culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books I found myself quite lost in bibliophily. Do not be deceived into believing that I'm a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear. Mr. Garrideb! Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garrideb, a retired military man. It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution, that is, his services. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from a Great British Institution, that is, service. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken the social standing? Sorry? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary! As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation of things. Specifically in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garriott. Oh? Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I'm yet unable to assert. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. He is hiding something! The dingy room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Mr. Natsume stabbed no one. But sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. I see. The answer to the questions is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax? What is that? Surely not a tax on windows? Precisely that. Oh my goodness! Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Oh really? What the heck? Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry flavor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Nasume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently, Mr. Nasume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remembered that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder, to the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Nasume didn't do it, did he? Ha 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 ha! My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea! Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Did you come back to investigate? Yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I could possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. Is this even English? The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was a Japanese occupant of this room. There are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. One more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes, tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who owns his property is hiding something. Mr. Garrett is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Nasume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper to Mr. Garrett's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, so true, to be or not to be. That is indeed the question, Mr. Naruhodo. To be or not to be brushed off, that is the question. And the answer is all too clear. Let's leave Mr. Sholmes in peace, shall we? Okay, I think we finished this, so we have to move to Mr. Garrett's room because he's so sus. 19 February, Mr. Garrett's room. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Sholmes? Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Jermaine. Now then, why don't you tell me what... For the upteen time, woman, will you watch at your bally well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. We don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you can see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garadeb is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. We've been digging a lot of stuff. Is there anything that we missed? Did we miss anything? Oh! We're missing him! What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes! Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows! Good gracious! When did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, man. Yet sadly, cheerful as a room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture of such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is a prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. And one other thing, Mr. Naruto. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of certain great detectives. Great mind. Wait, he's not talking about... is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There's a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you are prepared, Mr. Naruto. I think so. There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Mr. Garadeb? Though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by careful observations of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon? The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your cave. Eh? And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost some very dear to you. Mr. Naruhodo, look! The old man's broken out in cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly? How could I possibly know? You mean inquire? You mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. Ah! And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Topic 1. Nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is it? What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Ooh, his face. I see there's like red stain on the other side of his cheek. Yet living such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Ah! Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garrett. At Betty's Circus. A traveling show currently is sojourning in the nearby park I have observed attend. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran among this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Now, Mr. Garrett, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that lithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you're feeling being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man! I simply... But what? We must now ask ourselves the true cause of this pain. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, It is the pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Or cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the Tower of Cakes. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noble woman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. Hello, welcome! Welcome! There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. What the? The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lioness once saw in India. What the heck? With you, Joanne? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garriott. I'm afraid I didn't notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too. Oh. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruto. What is it again? Well, your deduction just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room this size? I don't think so. Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. But would it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garriott and his maid would have been hurt, or worse. This is where you're stuck. No doubt the former military man has held his own against the beast using that large cannon. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. My dear Mr. Sato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on a Great Britain soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Are you? Oh my god. Oh, what a glorious notion! Oh my god, really? Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight message, that's all Mr. Shome's deductions need. You can do it! Let's go! Excellent, I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Nasume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by the lion statue. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garrett's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Garrett's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer. Okay, wait. Wait. Okay, let's see. I don't think it's a light. Ooh, what is that? What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garrett's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride. That's Joanne's. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there.
Take that!
Yep. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruto. No other explanation could possibly fit. But you were so sure it was a lion! Yes, it's framed print pictures of your wife, Mr. Garrett. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be stretching a point. Too late, the fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged his room was your wife, Mr. Garrett. Ah, see? He has a, like, handprint on his other cheek. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, ma'am? Look, me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but this is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to B's current whereabouts. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Miss Scaredip anyway. But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garrett's wife could be. Ooh, what is this? It's a wedding ring. She's wearing a very large ring, look. Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger on her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring. It looks like it's on there for life too. I can't imagine it would slide on a finger of that size. That's something to think, Mr. Naruto, not to say. Exactly! Do you know Mr. Garrett's wife in the photograph have a ring very much like this one? It was a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory of these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it?
Take that!
Nice. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the bee's current whereabouts. Ah! Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in this photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Garrett's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrett herself. Oh my! Word! She's adorable. She's so cute. Her cheeks are so plumpy. Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmised, this is the wife, yes, my Joanne. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a ballet couple. Ah! It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have sufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Ah, so that's why he has a wife, has a maid. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though, in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are folly. You mean Mr. Garridev has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garridev? Only in company, obviously, but listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. The raging wife of Mr. Garridev. Okay. Starving lion. Now, Mr. Garridev, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that wide pose, the distress his loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pains you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite stunned. He's still calling Mr. Garridev's wife a beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garridev is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true! So perhaps a supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garridev's pain is tangible though. What could that pose of his really signify? Yeah, slap cheeks. Oh my, look at that bright red mark. Gosh, that's quite something. And clearly made by somebody's hand. Yes, Mr. Garridev has been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard. I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing? Well, there's a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Take that!
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slap cheek. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joanne Garridev? Oh, she's cute. Well, yes. You've been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. Ah! How the blazes. How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellows. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garridev to fly into rage. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is a pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garridev's wife. Mr. Naruto! She's a person, not a thing! Yes, well... She's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around her face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Ooh, what's that? Oh. Ooh, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garridev is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look! Next to the signature here, lip marks! Made with lipsticks! Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. don't get an idea, Susato-san. Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note then. A love note? I'm sure it is! Yes, it is a love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is a fly in the ointment here. Ah! But I don't know the Poly woman. You don't know her? That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right, that's what I've been saying. Ah! A likely story. Now listen here, Joanne, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at the second-hand place, and that note must already have been in there. So, the previous owner of the book was using the notes as a bookmark, you see. That's right, that's what I've been saying! A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you've forgotten, is John. Ah! A likely story. Are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Ah. Now, in a final fit of rage, a ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, ma'am, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at Tower of Cakes. But surely Mrs. Scaradip didn't eat the carpet? No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray in this room is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Shome's deduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Scaradip's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes! I think the candle. Yeah, because it's a candle, right? That the carpet caught in flame. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the only possible way of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was a scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Scaradip's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder. And in seconds, the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room is in flames. Yes, Well, the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion or a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. Mr. Shome, sir. I salute you! Wow. Carpet scorched by a small fire. She's cute. It's these dashed long winter nights, you know, nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material, for which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And Bees is most certainly an actress. Ah! Here we go again. And the carpet? Was that destroyed by a fire when the candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. Of course, the bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being. Over there, Mr. Garrett? Well, you have none more to hide now, if you allow me. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. That was I back up against the window under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Holmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think? So at exactly the same time as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window in the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dash thing. Oh, really? Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruto? What can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrett situation. But what does it have to do with Mr. Nasume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that, although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were going to say that. Now, Mr. Naruto, you must lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories. Those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at a prison will soon be over. Oh no, it is that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Nasume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you would like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now. I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrett. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. Okay, let's move to the prison. What? It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a carrot. Oh! What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Gyarados house. What the I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Who are you calling an old man, you rum-looking what? Nimini-pimini? There are more things in heaven than earth, Horatio. They're not dreamt of what? They're not dreamt of in your philosophy. Who is this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about? Excuse me. Hey, what the? Who are you now? I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Runosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see. Eh? A lawyer? What? If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law. Chih! Fine, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet. Get into a nunnery. Do I look like a blooming nun to you? What the heck? Hello! Welcome! Welcome! I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle, thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Gyarados residence? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Gyarados mentioned that he had another lodger than he. This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy of polemis in my battle words no could there be. Sorry, battle did you say? Who is a stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least. So fair maiden, good gentleman, so good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well! I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. It seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Gyarados house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly waiting our return. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Okay. Woo! We're back! 19 February, 6:31 p.m. local prison. Cell 9. Oh, it's you! You're here! You came! Welcome student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched! We're so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh no, think nothing of it. Relax! If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure in the company of such fine compatriots! Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nipponese! Oh, now, let's not get carried away. Oh, quite agree. There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand, it is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates a fact. Such is my belief, at least. It's you! The miserable rotten spy! Here, Luxia! Mrs. Jones, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se. I have safe observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mrs. Jones? Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is a superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. Ah, you! How dare you, Sherlock Jones! Ugh. I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings, no doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is be damned! What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say, for the man's lodgings, and indeed, for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Let's converse. Cursed trial. Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That's really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please tell me! Summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Okay. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. That's more than 16. Oh my goodness, it can't really be true! Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. Oh, okay. It was? It was. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against a Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGilded. What? What? I mean, you shouldn't have said that. Ah, I'm impressed, Miss Susato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice showed us. Mr. Sholmes? Surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Seeks killed the man himself? Oh no, he couldn't have, surely? You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer. He is a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is, then. Why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? The Reaper. Van Seeks is a quite exceptional man, however. In London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Aha, that's good. Soseki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. As you're no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on a letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system, whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, from time to time, my dear madam, it is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Van Seas cannot escape justice their fate is sealed. Oh my, though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage, perhaps they fall into the Thames and drowned. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruto. I knew it. I'm a dead dodo done for doomed! Cursed lodgings. When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garrett's house, I presume. I assume. Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to the Great Britain, but I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me and started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why'd you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money. It appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops! Quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him. If you have something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place. Exactly. Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed then? Ever since I moved to that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really no one at all? To believe. Yes, to believe. Mr. Sholmes? Ah, me? Mr. Naruto? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall. The Buria? Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time, I was a suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story, and you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is why? Why did you believe me? I see, yes. You mean... because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room? Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said, I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something I do, the circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right! Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! Yeah, he is right. Whether or not I can believe myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. You were so right, Kazuma. Yeah, you have to believe in yourself first before believing in someone else. Same as love. You have to love yourself first before loving someone else. Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Oh dear, there's never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume? If you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'll be happy to represent you. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday, and although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in, the defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe in it. But I think I've finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else. Above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you will permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Miss Susato? Yes? Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely! As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one, he's all alone. So it's my job to help him to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Wow! We finally reached the court! But we are going to stop the stream for today and we are gonna fight in the court next time that we are here. I believe it will be next week. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming. Thank you so much. I really hope you had a fun time reading with me because I had a lot of fun. I love reading so much. So yeah, thank you. And I'll see you tonight as well on YouTube at 8 o'clock GMT plus 7. We'll be arranging a deck of Battle of the Lingshan, which is a tie card game. So if you would like to join us, please join us, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Let's see. Who should I be rating today? Is there anybody to rate? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know. Aqua is streaming. I don't even know if I can rate him. Oh, I can, okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you. And I will see you later tonight on YouTube. Bye-bye. Kiraryoku! Over and out. Mwah!